The world is a stage, but for some, the performance is a matter of life and death. Our story begins in the winter of 1990, a day that felt like a boat caught in a relentless storm, neither sinking nor reaching the shore. For Iqbal Khan, the owner of the Great Indian Circus, the storm had a name: the Western Bank of Chicago. Inside a cold marble office, Iqbal pleads with a man named Anderson. He isn't asking for a handout, he's offering a miracle. He brings forth his secret weapon, his young son Sahir, to perform a trick so impossible it should have softened the heart of any man. But bankers don't deal in miracles, they deal in cold, hard cash. Anderson's response is a chilling dismissal. To him, a circus is just a woman in a short skirt putting her head in a hippo's mouth. It's stupid entertainment for the masses. He gives Iqbal 5 days to vacate. Everything Iqbal has built, every dream he's nurtured, is being auctioned off to pay a debt that seems bottomless. Young Sahir, desperate to save his father, offers his own meager savings, $25 to the banker. He's met with a cruel smirk. In that moment, the magic dies. Iqbal, a man of pride and steely resolve, refuses to let his son beg. He looks Anderson in the eye and delivers a curse that would haunt the bank for decades. May you rot in hell. What follows is a tragedy that scars Sahir's soul forever. As the bank officially shuts them down, Iqbal chooses to exit the stage on his own terms. He recites a prayer of fearless destiny, pulls a trigger, and leaves Sahir alone in a world of stone-hearted men. Fast forward to the present day, and the Western Bank of Chicago is finally paying the price. A mysterious thief is systematically dismantling their branches, leaving behind a signature that strikes fear into the boardrooms, a smiling clown mask, and the same haunting message: bankers, may you rot in hell? The police are baffled. The thief doesn't just take the money, he destroys what he can't carry, treating the robberies like a grand performance. Enter Jai Dixit, India's toughest cop, and his eccentric, bike-loving partner Ali. They've been brought to Chicago because the thief leaves messages in Hindi, suggesting an Indian connection. Jai is a man of logic and iron will, but even he is caught off guard when a man named Sahir Khan, now a master illusionist, walks into his office with a shocking confession. "I am the thief," he says, only to reveal it's a joke. He claims to know the real culprit, a fellow circus performer he calls close-mouthed Charlie. Sahir offers to help the police think like a circus man to catch a circus man. But as Sahir prepares for the grand opening of the Great Indian Circus on the very site where his father died, the line between the helper and the hunter begins to blur. Is Sahir really helping Jai, or is he leading the police into the greatest trap ever devised? Sahir Khan isn't just a magician, he is a master of deception who has turned the entire city of Chicago into his stage. To the police, he is a helpful consultant, but in reality, he is the very ghost they are hunting. He warns Jai that the thief, close-mouthed Charlie, will likely strike on April 1st, April Fool's Day, the ultimate day for a clown. While the SWAT teams scramble and the city goes into lockdown, Sahir executes a heist so daring it defies logic, escaping on a high-powered motorcycle and vanishing into the labyrinthine streets of Chicago. Despite being shot during the pursuit, the thief seemingly disappears into thin air, leaving the police humiliated and empty-handed once again. Jai Dixit, however, isn't easily fooled. He realizes that Sahir's help was actually a clever ruse to study the bank's internal security codes and layouts. He tracks Sahir back to the Great Indian Circus and demands he strip, convinced that a 9mm bullet wound will reveal the truth. But when Sahir removes his shirt, his skin is flawless. There isn't a single scratch or scar. Jai is stunned, his logic shattered by a trick he cannot explain. Sahir smiles, mocking the officer's confidence and reminding him that a cop and a thief can only ever be enemies. But as the curtains close on the stage, the true secret of the Great Indian Circus is revealed behind the locked doors of the workshop. Sahir isn't alone. He has a twin brother named Samar. Since childhood, Samar has been the unseen hand, the hidden key to every impossible trick. While Sahir is the face the world sees, the bold, charismatic leader, Samar is the silent genius living in the shadows, an angel their father swore to protect by keeping him invisible. Samar is the one who took the bullet. He is the one who bears the physical cost of their revenge, while Sahir plays the part of the magician. Their bond is built on a lifetime of shared pain and a single goal: to destroy the bank that killed their father. They are two bodies living as one soul, alternating roles so perfectly that not even the most seasoned detective could suspect their existence. But a new variable is about to enter their clockwork world. Samar, who has spent his life hidden in boxes and shadows, shadows, begins to yearn for the light. He finds himself captivated by Aaliyah, the new lead performer of the circus, and starts venturing out into the city on his own. This small crack in their perfect symmetry is the one thing Sahir never planned for, and it may be the very thing that brings their entire empire of illusions crashing down. While Sahir remains focused on the final destruction of the Western Bank, the invisible twin, Samar, begins to live a double life. Every Sunday, he emerges from the shadows to experience the world as himself, not as a reflection of his brother. It's during one of these secret excursions that he encounters Jai and Ali, though he doesn't realize who they are. Ali, playing the part of a bumbling stranger, strikes up a friendship with the innocent twin, sharing burgers and stories. Through these interactions, Jai begins to piece together the truth. Sahir doesn't have a magic trick for teleportation. He has a brother. Samar's isolation has left him emotionally vulnerable, and he finds a sense of belonging in this new friendship that he's never known in his life of secrecy. He even begins to confess his deepest feelings for Aaliyah, the circus's star performer. He tells his new friend that while Sahir is the one who dances with her on stage, it is he, Samar, who truly loves her. This emotional revelation is the breakthrough Jai needs. He realizes that the way to get to the master thief is through the heart of the brother he's kept hidden. However, the tension between the twins is reaching a breaking point. Samar is no longer content being the shadow or the pistachio hidden in the box. He challenges Sahir, demanding to know why he must always be the one who stays invisible. He wants to date Aaliyah. He wants to hear the applause, and he wants to be recognized as Samar, not just another version of Sahir. Sahir, sensing the danger this poses to their mission, reacts with cold authority, reminding Samar that he is weak and that the world would never accept him as he is. The brothers' relationship, once a steely resolve of mutual protection, is now fractured by jealousy and a longing for identity. Sahir views Samar's desire for a normal life as a threat to their father's legacy, while Samar sees Sahir's control as a cage. As the brothers' internal conflict intensifies, Jai prepares to strike, using Samar's innocence and his love for Aaliyah as the ultimate bait to bring the great Indian circus to its knees. The clock is ticking toward the final heist, but the greatest threat to the Khan brothers isn't the police, it's each other. The cracks in the foundation are widening. Samar is no longer just a ghost in the machine. He has tasted the sunlight and he refuses to go back into the box. In a moment of pure defiance, he demands to swap places with Sahir for a performance, to finally feel the weight of the stage beneath his feet and the heat of the spotlight on his face. Sahir, realizing that pushing his brother too far might break their bond entirely, reluctantly agrees. For one night, the world applauds for Samar, though they think they are cheering for Sahir. But the electricity Samar feels isn't just from the crowd, it's from Aaliyah. When they dance together, the connection is undeniable, and Aaliyah senses a change. She notices a softness, a vulnerability in this Sahir that she's never seen before. After the show, Samar takes her on a real date, struggling with his untied shoelaces. A simple human task the perfect Sahir would never fail at. Aaliyah finds it charming, calling him her Mr. Einstein of the circus, unaware that she is falling for the secret twin. However, the brothers' internal war turns explosive when Sahir discovers the truth. He ruthlessly reminds Samar of his place, calling him a shadow and a bloody idiot who is too weak to face the real world. He tells Samar that the only reason he survives is because of the protection he and their father provided. This cruelty strikes a chord in Samar, who realizes that his brother views him more as a tool than a human being. While the twins are locked in this emotional stalemate, Jai Dixit is ready to close the net. Having gathered the brothers' history and understood their twin dynamic, he confronts Samar alone at an amusement park. Jai drops the bombshell. He knows their secret. He appeals to Samar's sense of morality and his love for Aaliyah, warning him that Sahir's path leads only to death. He offers Samar a way out, a chance to save his brother and himself by turning themselves in. Samar is left standing in the rain, caught between the brother he has spent his life protecting and the friend who has just shattered his reality. The moment of reckoning has arrived. Sahir and Samar decide to execute their final, most ambitious heist, the total burial of the Western Bank of Chicago. This isn't just about the money anymore, it's the climax of a 25-year-old grudge. They use a diversion of gas and chaos to infiltrate the bank's headquarters, systematically wiping out its records and assets. As the bank's stock prices crash and its doors prepare to close forever, Sahir and Samar believe they have finally achieved their father's revenge. However, Jai Dixit has predicted their every move. He doesn't wait at the bank. He waits at the only place the twins can truly be cornered, the high bridge overlooking the dam, their final escape route. As the sun begins to rise, Sahir and Samar find themselves trapped between a massive SWAT team and the precipice of the dam. There is no close-mouthed Charlie to save them this time. The illusion is over, and the police have them in their sights. In a shocking turn, Sahir attempts one last gamble to save his brother. He approaches Jai, offering a full confession and all the evidence evidence needed to convict him. On one condition, Samar must go free. He claims that Samar is innocent, a mere follower who was manipulated into the crimes. He wants Samar to have the life he never could, a life in the light, a life with Aaliyah. He tells Samar to let go of his hand, to stop being a shadow, and to finally live for both of them. But Sahir has underestimated the strength of the bond he spent a lifetime forging. Samar, the twin he called weak, refuses to abandon him. He remembers their father's dying words, never let go of his hand, never leave his side. As Sahir slips over the edge of the dam, Samar reaches out, gripping his brother's hand with iron resolve. In this final, tragic moment, the twins realize that they cannot exist without each other. The world was only ever big enough for one Sahir, but the brothers refuse to be divided by a world that never understood them. The wind howls around the brothers as they hang, suspended over the abyss of the Hoover Dam. Sahir, seeing the police closing in and wanting a future for his brother, pleads with Samar to let go. He tells him that the time for hiding is over, that he is no longer a shadow, and that he must live and dream for both of them. It is the ultimate sacrifice, a master of deception, finally dropping every mask to save the only person he ever truly loved. But Samar's resolve is absolute. He looks his brother in the eye and recites the words that have been their anchor since childhood. People of God are we. Who can defy us? He refuses to live a life of freedom if it means leaving Sahir behind. In a final, heartbreaking act of unity, Samar lets go of the bridge, choosing to fall with his brother rather than stand alone. They plummet into the depths together, two souls who lived as one and died as one, leaving behind a world that could never quite grasp the magic they created. In the aftermath, the Western Bank of Chicago suffers a fate worse than robbery. Its reputation is destroyed, its stocks have plummeted, and the doors of the institution that crushed Iqbal Khan's dreams are closed forever. Anderson, the man who once mocked the circus as stupid, is left with nothing but the ruins of his empire. Jai Dixit, standing at the edge of the dam, acknowledges a somber truth. While some break the law to fix what is broken inside them, true victory belongs to dreams, not revenge. The legacy of the Khan brothers doesn't end in the water, however. Back at the circus, Aaliyah continues the show, ensuring that the greatest show on earth lives on. The Great Indian Circus becomes a sanctuary of joy, a place where the impossible happens every night. Sahir and Samar may have vanished, but their final trick was the most successful of all. They turned a tragedy into an eternal legend, proving that while a bank is made of stone, a dream is immortal.